This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Lords of the Sith. This is a book in Star Wars that came out early into the canon, but was a really interesting storyline where we get to see an attempted assassination on Palpatine and Vader, and it also has some tie-ins to Rebels and Clone Wars with James Syndulla, the father of Hera, and Clone Wars war hero, being the person trying to attempt to assassinate them. And with it, this is a really great story because you just get to have one of the few times where both Vader and Palpatine are able to fully unleash on people. You get to look more into the Royal Guards and just so much more. It is so interesting, but you also get to see just how people think of Vader, and it is really interesting to see that. You also get to see how the early rebellion was working, and this was such a small cell that they didn't even join up with others and were fully focused on just protecting the people of Ryloth, but realizing that things would have to go bigger, and with it, it was a really compelling storyline. I've read the book before and got the audiobook because I had some Audible credits left over, and with it, I really enjoyed the book. It was such an interesting storyline they had, and with it, it was all basically a test for both Vader and a trap for the Free Ryloth movement to have them go and waste all their resources on this attack so they wouldn't become a threat in the future. And even though they do manage to regrow, as you can see in Star Wars Rebels, they are not able to go and do an attack of this scale, which is even shown in episodes like the one in, I think it's season 3 or 2, where we see them work with James Syndulla, who goes and wants to blow up an Imperial carrier that the rebels want to use to go and take over. And with this, although that was impressive for them at that time, that's not as impressive as what they were able to do, which is, I think, be the first person to ever take down an Imperial Star Destroyer. There may have been other people who've done it before, although that would have been written into it after the canon. But at least the story makes it feel like that this is the first time that anyone was able to take down an Imperial Star Destroyer, and Palpatine used all of this just to manipulate people and have this movement waste everything. And it's pretty crazy that just how much they were willing to do with this, because they have Vader be ordered by Palpatine to execute an entire village of innocent people just because they may have witnessed that Palpatine has the Force. And with it, it's such an interesting story. It's so cool, but you also get looks into so many other things. And my personal favorite is to get a look at the Royal Guard. And with it, you learn that the Royal Guard was extremely devoted to Palpatine, and with them, they will do whatever he says, but also will not talk at all, and are the only people, with the exception of Vader and a few of the high ranking Imperials, like I'm guessing Turkin and Thrawn, just based off of some conversations they've had, to know that Palpatine is a Sith Lord. And with it, I think that It is really cool to see this, and I really enjoyed the storyline. I think that this was such a good book, I would definitely recommend it. And you just get to see how powerful they are as Sith Lords as they go and kill so much, and they're able to go and kill like the apex predator on Ryloth. And it's not just one; it was an entire swarm of them and their queen, and they did it basically unharmed. And with it, it is just a book to show how powerful both Vader and Palpatine are, and how dangerous of a threat they have become with the Empire. And yeah, I really just enjoy the book. I would definitely recommend you to read it. And just to talk quickly about the audiobook I was listening to, it was narrated by Jonathan Davis, and he does a good job. One good thing about Star Wars audiobooks is they add a lot of music from the films and sound effects into it, so it feels a lot more lived in. And with it, I am using it to just read a lot more recently. I've been doing something where I've been going somewhere about a half an hour out about every weekday, and with it, I've just had so much more time to read, which is what I decided to do on the right there. And with it, I just really have been enjoying this. And after I finish this and a few other ones that I want to reread include the Darth Bane trilogy, which I just started on earlier today. I'm going to move on to the new Jedi Order series and do that in sections after I get the final few books in it. Since that book series is like 20-ish books long, I have like, I don't know, somewhere between like 15 to 17 of the books. So I still need to get a few more to finish it off. But I have most of the stuff in the early series, so I have some time because I'm going to have to start slowing down on reading again. But still, I do want to know what you think of this. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.